الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الصلاة خير من النوم الصلاة خير من النوم الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله
قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. عم يتساءلون عن النبأ العظيم الذي هم فيه مختلفون كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا وخلقناكم أزواجا وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل لباسا وجعلنا النهار معاشا وبنينا فوقكم سبعا شدادا وجعلنا سراجا وهاجا وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا لنخرج به حبا ونباتا وجنات ألفافا إن يوم الفصل كان ميقاتا يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا إن جهنم كانت مرصادا للطاغين مآبا لابثين فيها أحقابا لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا إلا حميما وغساقا جزاء وفاقا إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا وكل شيء أحصيناه كتابا فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إن للمتقين مفازا حدائق وأعنابا وكواعب أترابا وكأسا دهاقا لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا كذابا جزاء من ربك عطاء حسابا رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما الرحمن لا يملكون منه خطابا يوم يقوم الروح والملائكة صفا لا يتكلمون إلا من أذن له الرحمن وقال صوابا ذلك اليوم الحق فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا إنا أنذرناكم عذابا قريبا يوم ينظر المرء ما قدمت يداه ويقول الكافر يا ليتني كنت ترابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك ولعظيم سلطانك. اللهم لك الحمد على نعمة الإيمان ولك الحمد على نعمة الإسلام ولك الحمد على نعمة القرآن ولك الحمد بما هديتنا ولك الحمد بما سترتنا ولك الحمد على كل نعمة يا رب العالمين. اللهم لك الحمد كله ولك الشكر كله ولك الملك كله ولك الخلق كله بيدك الخير كله وإليك يرجع الأمر كله. اللهم يا أول الأولين ويا آخر الآخرين يا راحم المساكين يا ذا القوة المتين يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا الله فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا برحمتك الشر ما قضيت إنك تقضي بالحق ولا يقضى عليك إنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت. نستغفرك اللهم من كل ذنوب وخطايا ونتوب إليك. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولآبائنا ولأمهاتنا ولأزواجنا ولذرياتنا ولجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. اللهم ثبتنا على الإيمان وأمتنا على الإيمان واحشرنا يوم القيامة مع المتقين مع الإيمان. اللهم واقية كواقية الوليد. اللهم أجرنا من النار. اللهم إنا نسألك حسن الخاتمة ونعوذ بك من سوء الخاتمة. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وبارك وسلم. الله الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الله أكبر. استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه. اللهم أعنا على تلاوة القرآن وذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. الحمد لله الذي أحيانا بعدما أماتنا وإليه النشور. رضينا بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد نبيا ورسولا صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم بك أصبحنا وبك أمسينا وبك نحيا وبك نموت وإليك النشور. اللهم ما أصبح بنا من نعمة أو بأحد من خلقك فمنك وحدك لا شريك لك فلك الحمد ولك الشكر. اللهم أصبحنا وأصبح الملك لله رب العالمين. اللهم إنا نسألك خير هذا اليوم ونصره وفتحه وبركته وهداه، ونعوذ بك من شر هذا اليوم ومن شر ما بعده. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. نعوذ بكلمات الله التامات كلها من شر ما خلق. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير. حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين برحمته.
quickly, I'll start from here. Kids, I'll come here. Start from here. We're going to do 30 circles all the time. Start on the shot. Okay, we need a bigger one. We can need a bigger one. So should we follow the lead from here? The handsome man with the long hair here. Follow that lead. Perfect. And from this way, unless you've got the exactly correct. Tell me some security stuff. You'll be big on. Not really. From this way. And put the gas. Good. I need help. It's a good down we can back to it. Look, we need help actually just for now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah. Can we get you lot into a circle as well? If you would just join here so we're in a nice, neat circle. MashaAllah. Come all the way here. You can come all the way up to here. You guys, if you're going to come all the way up to here, inshallah.
You're on my way.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Is there a way of getting this to be possible?
You just stand for 2 seconds. Put that in. As we discuss the system.
So if I'm sitting down, will it not be visible? Okay, that's fine. Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's an official start. MashaAllah. It's amazing to see everybody here at the masjid for Fajr Salah. And MashaAllah, I'm making the effort. Like, I've been through this process myself, so I can see the process that you must have been through. So last night, it started from yesterday. Some of you must have gone to sleep quite early. And then waking up this morning, making the effort to make wudu in the cold weather, getting changed when you're half asleep. And then some of you must have walked, some of you have come in the car. It's a struggle to come. And it's the effort that counts, the effort that you've put into it, and the sacrifice that you've made, giving up that warm bed, giving up being in the warm house and coming out in the cold. So mashallah, this is really, really appreciated, first of all, by Allah. And we are also very happy to see everybody at the masjid. And what I want to share with you is, we have this circle and this program every single week, every Sunday throughout the whole year. So like you've come today, make an intention inshallah that we don't want to make it the first, we want to make it one of many inshallah, that we're going to try and come as much as we can. There's some people I can see who try to come every single week and are present with us here, and there's others who come now and again, and some of you I'm seeing for the first time. But inshallah, we make an intention that we will try and join this gathering every single week. Who's going to try and do this? Yeah, inshallah, those of us who can, if we can be here every Sunday morning for Fajr, and we have a circle like this, and we do some learning together, and then there's breakfast for everybody as well, mashallah. Okay, so without any further ado, we're going to make a start, inshallah. So let me just come down. Yes, so sisters, you might not be able to see me, but you'll be able to see the screen behind me. Is there a chance of getting it onto there? Like this? But are they seeing it through the camera? Okay, since they might not be able to read what's on there then. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Inshallah. Oh, when we come to it, inshallah. Okay, so first of all, we're going to do something to help us get into, just to get calm and get into the idea of what we're going to do, inshallah. Now, throughout the year, when we have these circles in the morning, we've been speaking about something, and I thought we'll try to keep the theme quite similar. So can you guys carry on with the circle? Just go back a little bit. Yep, that's better. You guys stay here. Inshallah. We've got some challenges coming up, so inshallah, we'll be moving around soon. So inshallah, you'll get a chance. Okay, so you'll be moving around, don't worry. You'll be moving around soon. Don't worry if you can't see it right now. Don't worry about it, inshallah. Okay, so what I want everyone to do is sit relaxed in your places. Some of you, I can see you're not relaxed. Sit relaxed. Make sure we're all relaxed. You're probably thinking, what are all these colors on the board? Okay, nowadays it gets a bit funny when you start seeing colors. Okay? Colors belong to Allah. They don't belong to anybody. Nobody can hijack the colors from us and say that these are our colors. These colors belong to us. These colors belong to Allah. Sibghat Allah. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ مِنَ اللَّهِ سِبْغَةً. Allah speaks about the colors. Okay, and the color of Allah's colors. And whose colors can be better than Allah's. So these colors belong to Allah. Now, in life, we have lots of different moments. We have moments when we're excited and we're joyful and we're happy and things are going really well. And then we have moments in life when things are not going so well. Somebody might say something to you, somebody might do something to you, or you might not get what you want. Or for example, you didn't pass. Or you didn't get to go somewhere you wanted to go to. Right? So these things happen in life. And when these kind of things happen, how do we feel? Yes? Sad. How else do we feel? Sorry? Disappointed. How else do we feel? Sorry? That we feel that we failed. How else do we feel? Angry. So we've got sad, disappointed, failed. What else do we have? We sometimes think it's unfair. What else do we think? Yes. Unhappy, very good. We're getting some really good words already. First thing in the morning, mashallah. This is going really well. Very good. Really, there's a lot of good thinking going on by the people who've answered the questions. They've actually thought about it. So that they're doing some good thinking in the brain, right? And when we do more thinking, okay, what happens? It allows us to think even more. The more we think, we can think even more. Sometimes some of you might be thinking, I can't think of anything at all. I can't think of anything at all, right? But the way it works is the more you think, okay, it's like training in the gym, right? It's like muscles. So your brain will get bigger, not in that sense, right? It's not going to get bigger like that, but it's going to get more and more cleverer. So, anything else? Miserable. Okay, brilliant. Are these good feelings or bad feelings? Well, they're not really good or bad because Allah's made us human beings and Allah gave us all types of feelings, right? He gave us the happy feelings and He gave the sad feelings. If we're feeling miserable or if we're feeling sad because something sad has happened, that's okay. That's okay because Allah's made us, we can't feel happy all the time. But we can try to make ourselves feel better. That's what we can do. If something sad has happened, of course we're going to feel sad. We're not robots, okay? We're human beings, and that's why we have feelings. Now, the way we think about something, normally this is what happens. The way we think about something, that's how we end up feeling. And the way we feel, that's how we behave. Can you see a pattern? The way we think is how we feel. How we feel is how we behave. And it works the other way as well. The way we behave, sometimes that can lead to us feeling in a certain way. The way we're feeling can make us think about certain things. Let me give you an example. When one of those moments happen, like you've just all mentioned, and you're feeling angry or disappointed, or you feel you failed, somebody said something, somebody did something, something happened to you, and you're feeling all like this. One of the things that happen is our breathing goes faster. Have you noticed? When you get angry, can you think of a time when you were really disappointed or sad or angry or frustrated or disappointed, right? And something made you angry, and how were you breathing at that time? Yeah? Now what happens is, you want to calm yourself down because you don't want to be unhappy or disappointed or miserable all the time. But if you're breathing like in a fast way, do you know what happens? Your breathing tells your brain that something's going wrong. Something's happening. So now what happens is, because you're breathing like that, your brain, meaning your thoughts and your feelings, carry on staying sad and upset, and you feel there's something wrong even after there's nothing wrong now. It's finished. It's not already happened. Maybe it happened last week, or maybe it's not happened yet. Sometimes we start getting feelings like this before something happens. You're going to go into a test, or somebody's called you, and you don't know what they're going to say, and you start thinking about all of these things. What they're going to say, how they're going to say it, what's going to happen, am I in trouble? And then we start breathing fast. Right? We don't even realize we start breathing fast. And then you try to calm yourself down, but what happens is, because you're breathing fast, it gives a message, okay? Your breathing gives a message to the rest of your body that there's something not right. So that's why we feel funny. We start thinking what's going to happen. We carry on thinking like this. So I'm going to give you a special technique. This is a trick, you can call it. It's a hack. That whenever anything like this happens, you can help calm yourself down. And this works for everybody. Young children, youth, adults, and elders. This applies to everybody. And that's why you see these colors here. Yep, there it is. Okay. And this is called color breathing. What's it called? Color breathing. It's very, very easy. Anybody can do it. It doesn't cost you anything. And remember, breathing is something Allah has given to you and me. Okay, Allah has given you and me this breathing, and we do it all the time. We do all the time. Right, so before we do this, what I want everyone to do is, where you're sitting now, right, you're sitting, just sit calmly, right, without moving. And all I want you to do, you haven't been doing this up until now, but now all I want you to do, I want you to notice your breathing. Just notice it. You don't have to do anything. Just notice your breathing. Okay, who's giving us this breathing? Who's giving us this air? Okay, Allah, this is Allah's mercy is with you, yes? This is Allah's mercy with you all the time, right? Even when we're feeling sad sometimes, right? Just thinking this is very powerful itself, because Allah's mercy is going inside you, it's filling you up, okay? And then it's coming out. Yeah, can we notice our breathing? Okay, right. The next thing I'm going to ask you to do is think of when you're happy or excited or you're full of joy, or you're really enjoying yourself, right? Think of a moment that you really enjoy and you're really excited about. And I want you to give that a color. And you can choose one from here. It doesn't have to be one from here. This is just to give you an idea. Think of a color that makes you happy. Right? Has everyone done that? Yeah? Has everyone done that? Okay, now, I want you to practice this now with me, right? We're going to sit here, and you're going to breathe in, right? But when you breathe in, you're going to think you're breathing this color in. And then when you're breathing in, as the oxygen goes inside you, you're going to think that this color is spreading out all over your body. It's going everywhere. Because this is a color that you've associated with feeling happy, feeling peaceful, enjoying yourself, having a happy moment, right? Go. Okay, next thing. So don't forget that color, whatever color it was. What color did you choose? Green, wow. Who else chose green? So we've got some greens here, mashallah. Ahmad Bhai, what color did you choose? Blue, okay. Blue makes you feel happy and content and comfortable. Very good. These are, remember, Allah's colors. The colors of Allah. They don't belong to anybody else. Right. Okay, what I want you to do now is when you're feeling angry or sad or disappointed or miserable, I want you to give that a color. What color is your sad or your miserable or your disappointed or your angry? Ibrahim? It does have to be one of them. Blue. You think blue is a color that you're going to call your unhappiness blue. Yep. Red, like anger. Okay? Anybody else wants to share their? Black. Okay, some of you, I can imagine, you'll have black. You'll associate it with the feelings where you're unhappy. Any others? Red. Brown. What was that over there? Oh, yellow. Okay, very good. Right, what I want you to do now is when you breathe in, okay, you're going to breathe in from your nose. You're going to breathe in the happy color. Okay, so just breathe that color in, but hang on, not yet, right? You're going to breathe it in, so you're going to breathe in, so let's make it easy. Breathe in for 4 seconds, okay? So we breathe in a way, okay, that the air goes into our nose and it fills up your stomach. That's how we're supposed to breathe. So you breathe in. Okay, so we breathe in and make sure that it fills our stomach up. And then what I want you to do is hold it there for 2 seconds. So breathe in, but breathe in your favorite color and hold it in there and just imagine that the color's filled you up inside you and you've got all this happiness and joy inside you. And then what I want you to do, when you breathe out, I want you to breathe out from your mouth, because that's the healthiest way of breathing, okay? Most of us don't breathe right, and because of that, we get a lot of illnesses as well. So just through breathing properly, we can cure a lot of our illnesses. That's not the topic of today. So, breathe in from the nose, and then we breathe out. But when you breathe out, what I want you to do, I want you to breathe out as if you're breathing out from a straw. Okay, like this. And I want you to breathe out for 6 seconds. So your breathing out is going to be longer than you're breathing in. But when you're breathing out, I want you to think of the unhappy color that you had, like the brown or the yellow or the black, whatever it was. And I want you to think that all the unhappy feelings that you have, and all the sadness that you've got, and the anger that you've got inside you, you're blowing it all out. Okay? Is everyone following? Does everybody know what to do in this activity? Okay, are we all ready for it? Right, so when we breathe in, we're going to think about the nice color. It's going to fill us up. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 2 seconds, and then blow out for 6 seconds, but I want you to do it like you're doing it from a straw. Okay, like this. Go. Do it like 5 times. MashaAllah, some people have become so calm that it's putting them to sleep, which is a good thing, isn't it? Right? At the moment, you might not realize, because overall, alhamdulillah, we're already calm. But when you're in a moment, when you're in a situation, right, this is for all of us, especially the adults can probably think, you're probably already thinking, I'm going to use this, because this is going to help me, right, in those moments. And you can use it for both. Sometimes it's the past that comes up, and that starts driving you crazy. And sometimes it's something that's going to come. And those of you who've got anxiety know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Using this colorful breathing in those moments is very, very helpful. Okay, Allah give us a tawfiq and Allah make it easy. That was just to start off. Right. Okay, let's make a start. Okay. True or false? Yeah, everybody can see this. I'm not blocking it. Right, if you are not born clever, you will never be clever. Now, I don't want you to answer this right now. We're going to come back to this at the end. If you're not born clever, you'll never be clever. So we're going to come back at the end and you're going to decide whether this is true or is this false. Right, so the first thing we're going to do, inshallah, is a little activity. The first one we're going to do individually. The rest of the activities we're going to do in groups, inshallah. Let me just... Right. So, where's the sheets? So can we have these given out, please? And some for the sisters as well, and something to write with. Start from the right. Yeah. Do we have someone for the sisters as well? Just behind you, I think there's some pencils if you want to help with giving those out. So this is one activity we're going to do individually, and then we're going to be in groups after this, and we've got some fun challenges coming up, inshallah. Yeah, Abdul Jabbar's got some more. Okay, are we all ready? Sisters ready as well? Okay, I know it's very early in the morning. Don't worry, we're not going to make you write any essays. It's just 8 words, that's all. 8 words, which I'm going to give you the prompts and then you're going to write them. So just let's wait for everyone to settle down, inshallah. Are we all ready? Yeah? Okay, I think overall everybody will be able to do this. Some of those that are really young, then the parents can give them a bit of a hand, or then you can do it and they can watch with you. Okay, right. What I'm going to do, inshallah, is this is word association. So I'm going to say a word. You're not going to write that word down. When I say number one, in number one, you're going to write down the thought or the feeling that comes in your mind straight away when I say that word. Okay? Everybody understands? I'm going to say a word, and straight away the thought or the feeling that comes to your mind, you're going to write it down in the section. That's all I want you to do. Well, I'm going to give the first one, so you'll get it as soon as we, inshallah. As soon as we start, you'll get an idea, inshallah. Okay, everyone ready? Okay? You don't need to think about this too much. It's just, I'm going to say a word, and the first kind of thought or feeling that comes in your mind when you hear this word, you're going to write it down straight away. Okay, Bismillah. The first one, number one, test. So don't write test. When I say the word test, what do you think of? When I say test, what do you think of? Just write down what you think of when I say test. Okay, number two. Are we all done? Yeah? Okay, number two. Mistake. Mistake. When you hear the word mistake, what do you think? What do you feel? Okay, number three. Number three, failure. Remember, you're not writing the word I'm saying, what you feel or think when I say this word. Failure. What number are we on? Are we ready for number four? Right, number four, deadline. Deadline. For the younger ones, deadline is when you've got a target. When a teacher says, I need this homework by Monday. That's a deadline. It has to be done. Deadline is a time where something has to be done by. What thought or feeling comes to your mind when you hear the word deadline? Number five, feedback. Feedback. For the younger ones, feedback is when you've done some work and you go to the teacher and the teacher marks it and then calls you, and we need to have a little chat about this work. And then they tell you what you did, what went well and what didn't go so well. What they're telling you there is feedback. When someone gives you feedback, that word, how does that make you feel? Feedback. Number six, difficult. Remember, you're not writing the word I'm saying, you're writing the thought or the feeling that comes to your mind when you hear this word. Difficult. Number seven, hard work. The thought or the feeling that comes to your mind when you hear hard work. And lastly, number eight, talent. Talent. You know, when you hear someone is gifted and talented, okay, talent. When you hear the word talent, what comes to your mind? Just write it down. What thought or feeling comes to you when you hear talent? Right, okay. So now we're all done. What I want you to do is look at that list. Now next to the leaf or whatever that shape is, there is a little circle. Yeah? Can you see the little circle? Now I want you to go through your list of words that you've just written down. And next to this leaf, there's a little circle. In that circle, if you think what you've written down is a positive thought or feeling, put a plus. And if you think it's a negative feeling, it's a not so good feeling, then put a minus. In the circle. You can see the circle next to the leaf? Small, tiny circle. If you think they're good feelings, positive feelings, put a plus. And if you think that they are not so good or negative, then put a minus. When you're done, put your hand up so I can see how many are finished. If it seems neutral, then look at it again and think. You all right? MashaAllah, we've got brothers from Altrincham, all the way from Manchester joining us today. Okay, right, everyone's done now. I just want to see, just total up your pluses and your minuses so you've just got an idea. Right, who's got more plus? Put your hand up if you've got more plus. Okay, who's got more minus? Right, okay, so this is very interesting. This activity is very interesting because it teaches me something about me, right? And we're going to learn about that today and how it affects us as Muslims, right? And I'm not going to tell you exactly right now. Well, actually, yeah, I am kind of. We're going to go on to it right now. I was going to keep it a little bit in suspense a little bit longer, but I think we need to make the big reveal now. What is it? What are we on about? Why are we doing all this? Right, so what we're going to do now, inshallah, is I want you to get into teams. Right, so take your paper and your pencils with you. I don't think you'll be needing it anymore. There's no more writing to do, I don't think, yeah. Okay, so if we can get into groups of 5, but the thing is this, I don't want families to stay together, right? We're going to split the children from the parents as well, okay? Don't worry, we're all in the same room, okay? We can see what's going on. However, every group needs to be balanced. So we want the group to have a mix of all ages. So, yeah, every group should be well balanced and a ratio of a mix of all ages in there. Well, we want everyone to mix because they're sitting at the moment together with families. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. So shall we just call all the kids to the middle?
All the kids come in the middle, please. That's a good idea.
Salam. You right? No worries. Sisters, also, please, if you can do the same. I want you to get into groups of 5, and each group we want to have a mix of people in there. A mix of people, so elderly, middle-aged, youth, children. A good mix. Okay, now the twos that have gone, in some of them, like for example, we want the ages to be varied there as well.
What the young, that's a difficult one.
Yeah, you could switch. One can switch in groups like that. Yep, that's fine. You've got. Put it away, we don't need it. Yeah, and we can spread out slightly as well. We can spread out. You're going to need the space with your groups because there's going to be another at least 3 people coming, so spread out a little bit more, make the use of the space. Yep. Okay, youngsters, when you go to your groups, look after the adults, okay? Yeah, that's fine. We'll work with what we've got. But there's 3 of them, so it's fine. Just leave them. Yeah. I think we've got a few more coming, other kids coming as well. I think Shabir kids are coming, so we can make a couple of... he can... No, we want to split. We don't want to split the groups, so we'll put them with some other groups. Yeah, use all the space. We can use the middle as well at the moment. We can use all of the space. You're going to need it. Right, okay, we've got a few more outside, so you can split them into any groups that don't have... I think you'll have to join that one. Brilliant. Okay, right, brilliant. Let's, right, in your groups, what I want you to do, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have a group challenge, and we're going to see who can finish this challenge first. I want you to do, now you've got a choice. You've got a choice of 3 types of challenges. In your group, I want you to decide which one you're going to pick, right? So I've got a basic challenge, a medium challenge, and an advanced challenge. Now, in your group, I want you to decide together which challenge your group is going to take. Basic, medium, or advanced. You've got 10 seconds to discuss that. Yep, sisters, same. Sisters, in the groups that you've made, we've got a basic, medium, and advanced. And in your groups, let people have a little say so you get an idea of who's saying what, regardless of what you end up deciding. We have a prize. But then it depends who finishes first. But you can have a choice of the challenge. It can be basic, medium, or advanced. Okay, right. This group, what did you choose? Medium. That one. Next group, what did you choose? Medium. Next group? Medium. Here? Medium. But the kids said advanced. Well, Ahmad Bhai? Medium. Okay. Omar? Medium. Okay. Here? Advanced. Okay, very good. Now, what I want you to do is, yes. We don't need sheets anymore. We're done with the sheet now. That's okay. You can, if you want to have a look at it, you can. We might have some spare ones, but we've actually used the sheets already. I want you to quickly discuss in your groups why you chose what you chose. So if you chose basic, discuss why you chose basic. If you chose medium, tell me why you chose medium. If it's advanced, why you chose advanced.
Someone says for the reward, someone says for the effort that goes into it.
Okay, guys, very quickly, we're just going to get an idea and a feel of what's going on in the room. So, that group over there, what did you choose and why? Yep. Okay, so you're choosing basic, so the advanced isn't too challenging. Sorry, you're choosing the medium because, yeah, okay, that's good. What about that group at the back? Yep. Can learn more. Okay, very good. This group here. Wow. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. I can see Mr. Ali's there. So, okay, so you think if you fail, you might learn from it. Okay, interesting, very interesting. This group here? MashaAllah. Well, no, but it's not gonna. We're not gonna go around. I said that, or maybe I didn't say this part actually. I said it to one group only. It's whoever finishes first. So we're not gonna go around, right? Whichever group finishes the challenge first will get the prize. But you can choose basic, medium, or advanced. Everyone's rethinking now. Okay, I think yes. Inshallah. We'll see what the prize is, inshallah. Okay, very good. Right, now what I want you to do is just for a moment, we're just going to talk about something before we get into the actual challenge. So the challenge is coming up, inshallah. The group challenge is coming up. So before we get into the group challenge, I'm just going to speak to you about something. And what we're going to do is try to understand what we've just gone through right now and why. Now, have you heard yourself sometimes say, this is too hard for me? Have we ever said this? I can't do this. Who says, I'm not good at maths? Yeah, I'm not good at maths. Yeah, have you heard this before? I'm not good at maths. Or for example, we say, I'm never going to be able to do it like him. Or she's excellent at this. I could never do that. Have we heard these kind of statements? Do we sometimes say these things? And remember, this applies to all of us, young and old. Okay? It's not just aimed for kids, it's not just fathers. This is something for all of us, and it affects us in every single part of our life. Not just when we're in the masjid, not just when we're at school. 24 hours, these things come up with us all the time, whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim. But a Muslim has a different way of seeing things. So, we see this kind of thing all the time. Now, what the challenge that you did earlier, right, and then the pluses and the minus, tells a lot about you and the way you think. Now, I'm going to tell you a word, for the younger ones especially. The way we think about something, in English we call it mindset. What is your mindset? That's what we call the way you think about something. So what do we call the way you think about something, guys? What's a mindset? And the way you think about something is? And what's mindset? Okay, so the way we think about something is called, and what's a mindset? Brilliant, so you've got it now, okay? So mindset. Now, what is your mindset? What is the way how do you think? Now, there's been a lot of studies that have been done, right? And we find that you can put yourself in either one of two categories. Okay, we have different types of mindset, and the activity you did earlier will give you a bit of an idea of the different mindsets that we have. So, let's have a look at this. Right. So the first mindset is a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset. What does that mean? Can you see that? I don't think so, but I think if you put the light off here, it might be able to be better visible. Right, I'll read it out anyway, for those of us who can't see. Okay, so people with a fixed mindset believe that they've been given certain skills and intelligence, and nothing they do can help them improve. They give up during challenging activities and don't like to make mistakes. So, fixed mindset means you think, or I think, that being clever, for example, being smart, having some certain qualities is something you're born with. You can't change it. If you're clever, you're clever. If you're not clever, you're not clever. This is fixed mindset, where you think, if you're good at something, that's fine. If you're not good at something, well, you're never going to be good at it. And that's it. You can't change it. That's it. This is a fixed mindset. Someone with a fixed mindset doesn't like making mistakes. Remember, having a fixed mindset doesn't mean that you're not clever. We're going to talk about that later on. Having a fixed mindset means that we think that our intelligence, our thinking, our character, our personality is fixed and we can't change it. It's the way it is. Let's look at some examples when we have a fixed mindset. What kind of things do we say to ourselves? One of them is, I don't know how to do this. Okay? I want to quit. Another one, other people are better than me at this and I'm not going to try. Why would a person with a fixed mindset not want to try something new? Because, yes? They think they're not clever, so what could happen if they try something new? They might fail. Is it wrong to fail? No, but because up until now, they think whatever they know is because they're clever. If they try something new and they don't get it the first time, it's going to make them look dumb, right? That's what they think, right? So you don't try any harder than you're already doing. You don't try anything new out, okay, with a fixed mindset. Another thing that people with a fixed mindset think is you're either good at something or you're not. You're either good at maths or you're not good at maths. Okay? We've been speaking about black and white thinking. This all ties in together, okay, with what we've been speaking about. If I make a mistake, I'm a failure. This is what we call a fixed mindset. Does everybody understand? Try to simplify it as much as possible for everyone to be able to understand. So what's a mindset, everyone? A way of thinking. And we said there's two types of mindset. One is a fixed mindset. What's a fixed mindset? Where you believe that your skills, your cleverness is fixed. Okay? It can't get better. You can't grow. It's fixed. If you know something, you know it. If you don't know it, you don't know it. Right? If something's hard, then that's it. I can't do it. Other people can do it. They're really good at it. That's with a fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset don't like challenges, number one. People with a fixed mindset don't like feedback. If you talk to someone with a fixed mindset and you tell them, you could have done this better if you did this, they take it personal. And they think, oh, what did you say to me? Why did you say that to me? No, no one's saying anything to you. They're saying about the way you did it, because that can change. But people with a fixed mindset don't see that. Okay? People with a fixed mindset also don't like to try new things, because they think if they try something new, they might make mistakes. And if they make mistakes, it'll make them look a bit dumb and they might fail. This affects us every single day in all the life choices that we make. So this is what we call a fixed mindset. Right. The second type is people who have a growth mindset. So fixed mindset, the other one is a growth mindset, growth. What does that mean? People with a growth mindset, they believe that they can learn new things and improve by trying hard and learning from their mistakes. The group over here said they're going to take the advanced. Why? Because even if they didn't take the advanced because, because we're really clever and we don't know. They said, we might not be able to do it yet, but we're going to do it, and when we make a mistake, we're going to learn from our mistakes. Okay? So by a growth mindset, you believe you can learn new things and improve by trying hard, and learning from mistakes. What do people with a growth mindset say? Look at this. I want to learn how to do this. You come across something and it's hard, right? If you've never done something before, of course it's going to be hard. This happens in school. You're doing maths, right? And you're doing really well. Top in the class. Always getting good results. Until you come to an unfamiliar topic that you've not done before in primary school. Like algebra or fractions. Now this student who was coming top of the class, all of a sudden starts to drop. Not because they weren't clever or anything. What's happened? Can you see? With a fixed mindset, right? This is what happens. Something new has come, it's challenging. Up until now, this child is thinking, if I put the effort in now, I'm going to look like the other people who sit on the second row and the third row of tables. I'm going to look like them who try really hard. I've never had to try really hard. It's just come really easy for me. Can you see with a fixed mindset, it kind of pulls you backwards? It takes you to a certain extent and then you just start coming backwards. So, whereas a person who has a growth mindset, you might be sitting on the back table, you might not be in the top group, but if you've got this attitude to life, I want to learn how to do this. No matter what it takes, I'm going to learn how to do this. Or I can learn anything I want to. Or I want to be as good as other people or better. You see other people doing really good in life. I think, whoa, I could never do that. A person with a growth mindset said, I'd like to do that as well. I can do that as well. I'm going to try and learn how to do that. I can't do it now, but I'm going to try and learn. Let me try something new. Growth mindset will give you this. Let me try something new, something different. And mistakes are good because they help me learn. With the growth mindset, you say mistakes are good because they help me learn. Now, very quickly, in your circles, what I want you to do is there's 3 questions here. I want you to just discuss this in your circle. The 3 questions at the bottom are, number 1, do you think you've got a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Now that we've gone through it. Question 2, what is a person with a fixed mindset afraid of? And number 3, should a Muslim have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? In your circles, can you have this discussion very quickly, please? So sit around in your circle, Okay, you're a team. Sit around in your circle, have this discussion very quickly. Do you think you've got a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Let everybody have a... And it's not, having a fixed mindset's not a bad thing. You can change it. Don't worry about it. Right, okay, mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. Lots of good discussions taking place. Okay, very good, mashallah. Now, I can't go around to all the groups because we've got other challenges to do. So we're just going to get an idea from some of the groups. So, first group here, what were the 3 questions? Let's just answer one of the questions. Did you guys, when you discussed fixed mindset or growth? Fixed. You've got both. You know, someone can have both as well, right, in certain aspects. But the thing is, we're going to learn to that you can change it, right? Okay, very good. This group here, what was the second question? What is a person with a fixed mindset afraid of? Yep. Making mistakes. Okay, and this group, a Muslim should have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Because? MashaAllah, that was excellent thinking. The thought process was amazing. How he went through and worked all of it out to put it together, because that's a whole effort in itself. How do you put it together in front of everybody in a few words? So I really like the way he put it all together. He must have needed some kind of structure. And the word that struck out to me was strive. And that's what we're trying to understand. The character that we're trying to develop through this activity is striving for excellence, which is called ihsan. As Muslims, Allah wants us to be people of ihsan. And ihsan are people who strive hard to gain excellence in everything, not just in our prayer, in everything we do, striving for excellence in everything. And for that, what kind of mindset do we need? You need a growth mindset for that. So, if we have a fixed one, there are ways, and we're going to come towards the end to learn how to change our mindset and go from a fixed to a growth mindset, inshallah. Any of the other groups want to share anything before we move on to our challenge? Yes. No, it can't be done overnight. It can't be done overnight. So we're going to speak about that at the end, inshallah, just before we finish. Okay, right, we're going to move on to the challenge now. Now, are we all ready for this? Sisters, I hope you had a good discussion amongst yourselves as well. Is everyone ready for the challenge? Okay, there's only a few people that said yes. Okay, especially those of you who said advanced, we're going to see now. Right, and this challenge is up to you now. You can see this challenge as either basic, medium or advanced. That's up to you how you see it, right? But you've got this challenge. Are we all ready? Okay, this is your challenge. There you go. Right, I'll read it out to you. It says build a chair challenge. You have 15 minutes to build a chair using only newspaper, masking tape and scissors. Your chair must be strong enough for one student, meaning the youngest one, to sit on top of. It must stand 10 inches from the ground. Happy building. Right, so Adil Bhai is going to come round and give each group some paper, masking tape and scissors. You've got 15 minutes to build that chair. Now that fulfills this criteria here. If you can quickly get the papers given out. Sisters, there's also material on your side as well. I believe there's a couple of groups there, so if you, within your groups, share out the paper, the masking tape. You've got 15 minutes to build a chair. Right, so 8:15 inshallah, 8:15, we've got till 8:15. So we do have more people than we expected. We do have more people than we expected. So what we have done is we've given the paper out, so each group has got less paper. So maybe I understand that it might not be a chair to this standard, okay? But you can still make one, and let's see whose is the strongest, inshallah. You've got 7 minutes left. Right, you've got 2-3 minutes left. We should be coming towards the end of our building, and we'll make it easier. Of course, we won't have somebody sitting on it, but we'll decide to have something placed on it. Inshallah. Something light, not too heavy. Let's see if your chair stands the challenge. Right, okay, 1 minute. I mean, we need everyone to have finished. 1 minute. We've already crossed the time. I'm giving 1 extra minute, please. That's it. 1 extra minute. We've got a few more things to get through before we end and head for breakfast, inshallah. Ties in with what we're doing. Thirty seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay. Right, okay, we're going to test the chairs now and see how we've done. We've made it much more simpler. So the great thing was that you went ahead with the challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, we're not going to ask someone to sit on it, but we are going to place that bucket on it, the one Adilbhai is carrying around. Yep, sisters, the bucket will be coming to you, so if you can finish off on your chairs as well. Right, okay, if we can have everyone's attention, please. So, let's see how we've done. Jazakallahu khairah. Okay, are we ready? Guys, let's look here. We can tell it's the holidays. Right, let's see. Does the chair face the challenge? Right, that was the first one. Right, second one. No, he needs to hold it for at least 10 seconds. What do we say? MashaAllah. MashaAllah, everyone say MashaAllah. Okay, amazing team effort. And we're going to come back to why that particular chair is holding up the bucket. Okay, what do we say, everyone? MashaAllah. Brilliant. Okay, we've got a deck chair here. Oh yes, MashaAllah, very good. What do we say? Very good. Are you making a loo? That group definitely had the potential to do well. However, they thought that this is not going to work, let's just give up. The sisters have said one. This is why we keep the sisters on one side. Yes, too clever for us. Yep, brilliant. Very good, mashallah. Wow. Okay, mashallah, another one has stood the challenge. We've got 3 chairs from the sisters as well, real chairs, not the fake one. Okay, that's a very good one as well, good effort there. Okay, what do we all say? MashaAllah. Okay, right, I'm very glad that this has happened. I'm very glad that this has happened because this teaches us something. When we have a fixed mindset, you don't like to take a new challenge. When you're faced with a challenge and you can't do it, people tend to end up cheating because, no, it's a real thing that happens. Why do people cheat? Cheating doesn't mean that a person's dumb. You don't want to look like a failure. You've always done it right, you've got it right, it's always worked out. Now you've come to a challenge which is challenging and you want to get it right and you don't want to get any criticism for it. So I have to get it right. I always have to get it right. I'm either right or wrong, but life doesn't work like that. You can't make mistakes. So this is why we sometimes end up cheating. No, I'm not saying you cheated. You taught us a very valuable lesson about why we cheat.
Oh yeah.
MashaAllah. Very good. MashaAllah. And we've got 3 chairs from the sisters at the back as well, and they've done really good. Okay, right. Because we're running out of time, and I've got a couple more things to go through before we have our breakfast, very quickly in your groups, right? We need to move on to the next activity very quickly. So these are from the sisters' side. Let's have a look at these as well.
Okay, let's see. Okay, that one will stay stable. So that's okay now. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's not
Okay, mashallah, brilliant effort here as well. If you can see, there's effort's gone behind this. 5-year-old Aisha and her team, they've done a brilliant job making this chair. We've got, mashallah, Salma and her team as well. That's gone really well. That's held up the bucket as well. Okay, Khadija and her team, your chair's done brilliantly well as well. It's passed the challenge. So, okay, mashallah, amazing effort. That's what I want to speak about, is the effort that you put behind it. That's what matters, the process that you went through. Okay, I love the way everyone just got together. You started talking about things. It got you thinking about things. You worked together with people you don't even know. In your group, most of the groups, we don't know each other, right? And to get together, I think that was much more enjoyable than the end result of whose chair stood the challenge and didn't. That's not that important. It's not always about winning or losing. It's about enjoying the process. And that is, I'm sure, did everyone enjoy that? Okay, and it teaches us many lessons. Okay, very quickly, we're going to move on to the next thing. In your group, I want you to sit in your group. Now, 2 of the people that the eldest from the group, okay, you're going to be asked some questions by the youngest ones. So I want you, the younger people in the group, okay, the youngest people, I want you to choose one of the elders in the group, right, and I want you to interview them very quickly, and you're going to ask them 3 questions. What is a challenge that you have faced in your life? How did you overcome that challenge? And what advice can you give to someone facing a challenge? So one of the youngest people in the group is going to ask one of the oldest people in the group, okay, tell me a challenge that you faced. How did you overcome the challenge? And what advice can you give to someone facing a challenge? And you've got 3 minutes to do that, starting from now. So the younger ones, let them speak. And choose one of the older ones. It could be anyone. One more minute, inshallah. What is a challenge you faced? How did you overcome that challenge? What advice can you give to someone facing a challenge? 30 seconds left. Last 10 seconds. Right, okay. Brothers, sisters, if we can have everyone's attention now, please. Okay, the purpose isn't for us to go around and hear everybody. It's within the circle you've had a chance to have that discussion, and for our younger ones to learn how challenge in life is very normal and you can overcome, and there are ways of overcoming them. Let's just take a couple of examples. Group over here. What's your name? Ayan, mashallah, Ayan. So what's the challenge? Getting up for Fajr. Wow, mashallah, that's a good one. Getting up for Fajr. And how did he overcome the challenge? Having the right mindset, setting the alarm. And what advice did he give you for someone facing a challenge? Never give up. Very good, mashallah, great advice is there. This group over here. What's your name? Abu Bakr, mashallah. Surah competition, very good. And how did you overcome the challenge? Very good. And what advice can you give to someone facing a challenge? Don't give up. Very good. Don't give up. Very good. Let's take one more, inshallah. Any group want to volunteer who've not had a chance to go on? Go on, girls. Who did you ask? This uncle over here. Did you ask what his name is? What's uncle's name? Ask uncle his name. Uncle Omar. What's Uncle Omar saying? What's his challenge? Yep. Sorry? Being an engineer. Wow. Is that challenging? Yeah, was it hard for him? And how did he overcome that challenge? He was worried. So how did he get rid of the worry? Yes. He tried. Did he just try once or he kept trying? He kept trying. And did he give you any advice on what you can do when you face a challenge? When you go through a challenge, never give up. MashaAllah, that was great teamwork. I love the way that you worked together and you figured it all out together. MashaAllah, that was really, really good. Okay, so we're going to quickly move on. And in conclusion, I'm going to give the younger ones, our young friends, the children, I'm going to give you 2 gifts before you go away. And then the parents, I'm going to give you 2 gifts before you go away as well. When we say gift, it's not always tangible, okay? So, okay, those gifts perish, but the ones that will help you with your mindset, that is something that will stay with you. Okay, kids, are you ready for this? Okay. Right, what can you see there? Okay, you see a brain, and it's lifting weights. So this is the first thing, and this is very powerful for you kids to learn, and all of us really, that your brain is not fixed. It's like your muscles. If somebody goes to the gym, okay, and trains, what happens? Okay, your muscles will grow. In the same way, if we use our brain, your brain's not fixed. When you were born, it's not that, okay, if I'm not clever, then I'm never going to get clever. No. Your brain, the more you use it, the more harder you work, the more you try, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Are we all going to remember this? Next time you find something hard, tell yourself, that's my brain working really hard. My brain's working really hard, okay, and it's getting stronger. I'm going to keep going because my brain's working really hard and it's trying harder. That's the first thing. The second thing, for the children, a superpower I'm going to give to you, and this is actually a superpower. Are we ready for this? Yeah? Right. Look at this superpower. Okay, you've heard of Superman. Okay, this is a superpower called the power of yet. 3-letter word can be life-changing for anyone. Yet. Y-E-T. Yet. That's it. So whenever, look, sometimes, and this is for parents especially, and educators out here, a lot of times when we hear topics like this, okay, we go from one extreme to the other. If someone says to you, I can't do it, and you just, yes you can, okay, it doesn't work like that. This is toxic positivity, right? It doesn't happen overnight. If you can do it, you can do it. The child saying, I can't do it. You're saying, yes you can. You've kind of invalidated them. They feel that they can't do it. So what do you do now? We have to work from there upwards. We can't just switch it overnight. We have to work from there and understand, meet them where they are and hold their hand and take them from there. The power of yet is very powerful, life-changing. So if you feel, if ever you come across anything and you feel, I can't do it, just add the word yet next to it. I can't do this yet. What does that do already in your mind? Huh? Yes, I still have time. I still have a chance. I'm going to try. Okay, I'm not good at this yet. No, if you just say, I'm not good at this, what happens? You just give up. If I say, I'm not good at this yet, okay, I don't understand yet. You're stuck with a maths problem, for example. Okay, I don't get it. What happens? I don't get it. We just throw the pen down, put the paper away. I don't get it. And we just give up. You're trying to do something as adults, you've got the instruction manual. I don't get it. We just give up. I don't understand it yet. I might not know it now, but I'm going to try to get it later on. I don't know the answer yet. This doesn't work yet. Okay? So there's a massive, massive benefit of this powerful word. Young friends, are we going to use this word? Inshallah. So this is it's a superpower that I'm giving to you. The power of yet. And remember it from here. So these are 2 things I've given for the younger ones and now for the parents. So young friends, I'm just going to ask you to be a little bit patient. You've been brilliant up until now. You've worked really hard. You've listened all throughout and you've been focused and you've enjoyed it and you've made it a pleasure to be working with, alhamdulillah, over here. Just a few more minutes, inshallah, something for parents in particular, how we can develop a growth mindset within our children, within the younger ones, within ourselves. Okay? Because what we say has a massive impact. So, parents, especially educators and parents and grandparents and anybody that deals with children, which one of the sentences would you rather your child say? I'm not good at learning languages, or I'm not good at learning languages yet. You're saying that now, right? But normally, if someone comes up to you and I'm not good at learning language, you'd kind of say, okay, beta, that's fine, okay? The top one is a fixed mindset. And the bottom one is a growth mindset. I never do well on tests. Or I did not do well on this test. I need to spend more time practicing. I just can't cook. That's one way of saying it. Or cooking has been challenging for me so far. Look at this one. I'm so clever, I aced this test. Right? Parents would be excited, be thrilled if your kid came home and I say, I just blasted it. I just knocked it out. I did really well. I aced the test. Okay? The child is being reliant on their intelligence and feeling they're clever. Or instead, I did well on this test as I spent time on learning the correct techniques. So we're looking at the process and not the outcome. That's the important thing here. While school will focus on and celebrate the result, the score, the grade, the achievement, the report card, the awards, the accolades, the final board results, we as parents need to focus on the process, the learning, the effort, the strategy, the areas of improvement, the techniques. Now, one thing which as parents, as educators that we're not aware of, the worst thing you can say to your child is you're very smart, you're very clever, you're very intelligent, you're the best. You might think, hey, we've always told to give encouragement, okay, praise. But praise has to be in measure. Praise has to be in measure. If we continue saying these words to our children, do you know what happens? It develops within them this idea that they are smart, they are intelligent, which is good for a time being, okay, for a short period of time. But when they come towards a challenge, which is challenging and they can't do, what happens now? They'll either won't do it, or they'll give up, because they've been told that you're smart, you're intelligent, okay? And that creates a fixed mindset. When we say things like this to people, it creates a fixed mindset. Instead, praise the process, not the result. Praise the process that you worked so hard for this. Okay? You tried really hard. That was really good working out. Okay? The way you thought about it, the way you put everything together, that was brilliant. So they know that striving hard is what brings good results. Not just being clever, because that is something that can go up and down. Because if you stop making the effort, it's not going to work. So this is something important for parents also. This is something we want to change now for parents. The way we speak to our children. So, to help develop this in your children, so on the right you've got things not to say and what to say instead. So, not that. Let's look at that first. Look how smart you are. So instead of saying that, you'll say, wow, you really worked hard on this. Can you see the difference there? Okay? You're developing a growth mindset. Maybe you're just not very good at this. Let's do something else. As parents, sometimes we're like the lawnmower parenting, okay, where we just want to, it's okay if you can't do it, I'll do it for you. Or don't do that. You don't have to do this bit. It's okay, right? We want to kind of step in every time. But they're not going to be with us all the time. They're going to have to go into the world and face challenges when we're not there. So if we want our children to be resilient, okay, this is the best thing that we can do for them. Instead, why don't we try a different strategy? Like that one didn't work. Let's try a different strategy. Can you see what's happening there? Okay, a third one. Man, you're a real natural at this. Like you're telling your child, you're naturally gifted and talented. You're just so clever. Instead, I had fun watching you do that activity. Rather than relying on the intelligence, on the process itself. You got that done so quickly, great job. Instead, I know this is easy for you, but let's try something more challenging to help grow your brain. Another one, nope, that's wrong, try harder. Maybe if you paid more attention in class and tried harder, you'd get this. Instead, I see you're having a hard time with this. You didn't get it the first try. Why don't we use a different strategy? Look, that didn't work. Let's try a different way. That was way too hard. I'm glad it's over with. I hope we never have to do that again. So a lot of times, we are stopping our children from developing resilience, and we're just taking over and saying, oh, let's just not do this. It's too hard for you. Instead of they saying that, I know it was difficult, but your hard work paid off. Next time we're ready for a real challenge. So I hope that's been insightful for parents, for something for you to take away, inshallah. Now, I want to conclude on this. My inspiration for today's session and everything we've done has come directly from the Quran. And we all know the story of Yusuf alayhi salam and what happens. Now this verse I've taken is from towards the end of the story. So many things happen. Yusuf alayhi salam, you know the story where he got lost, right? And he was in the well and all that happened. And then his brother got taken as well, right? And they've given up. We're not going to find, how we're going to find him after, it's been so many years. But Yaqub alayhi salam, what did he say? Ya bani yadhabu fatahassasu min Yusuf wa akhi wa la tay'asu min rawhillah. La rawhillah illa al-qawmul kafirun. Oh my sons, go on and find Yusuf and remember they've been more than 40 years. Yaqub alayhi salam is so depressed, Quran tells us he was depressed, that out of his grief, he became blind. And he was holding a lot of it in. He had no one to tell because the people around him, his own children were saying, you've lost the plot. They actually said, Dad, you've gone crazy. Yusuf's gone, like forget about him. And although he became depressed, he was grieving. On the 7th one thing he didn't do is he didn't give up. He didn't lose hope. And this ayah of the Quran teaches us that Muslims are people with a growth mindset. He said, "Oh my sons, go and find out about Yusuf and his brother and never give up hope in Allah's mercy." Never give up hope in Allah's mercy. Why? Who loses hope in Allah's mercy? Only the disbelievers, the people that don't believe in Allah. So if you believe in Allah, we are up for the challenge. Who's up for the challenge, inshallah? Okay, we want to strive for excellence. There's one more verse in the Quran where Allah says, وَكَانَ سَعْيُكُمْ مَشْكُورًا. Allah says, and your efforts are appreciated. Allah speaks about the efforts. وَكَانَ سَعْيُكُمْ مَشْكُورًا. It's not just about the end result, it's about the effort that was put in. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept what has been done. I hope it was enjoyable, inshallah. Next Sunday we'll have a similar session as well, so please do come along and bring along others as well.
2 minutes to breakfast, inshallah. So we've got everyone to stand up for 2 minutes and we'll go upstairs, inshallah, right? I'm going to ask Sensei quickly, and so the sisters as well next door. You can do the same thing.
Do you want to come to the yeah, cool, thank you.
We'll have breakfast in 2 minutes. Everyone stand up. Yalla, come on. Morning time, yalla, come on.
Yeah, some of the kids already know what to do. Reach up. Nice. And arms down. And slowly, you're going to take a deep breath in through your nose. As you reach up, everyone 3, 2, 1, deep breath in. And then deep breath out. And then one more time, deep breath in. All the way up above your ears. Get your biceps to touch your ears or your beard. 3, 2, 1, and down. Nice. We're going to try the other way. This time we're going to go down, touch your toes. I know we haven't stretched, just take it nice and easy. No clicks. 3, 2, 1. Reach down. As far down as you can. Try and touch your toes. And back up. All the way to the ceiling. And one more time we're going to go back down. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out and go down. And back up. Nice. One arm up. You can pick any side. You're going to reach over all the way to the side. Keep your back straight. Don't lean over. 3, 2, 1. Change sides. We've got kids still sitting down. We've got youngsters sitting down while the elders are doing this. It's laziness. Laziness. No easy way of saying it. And reach back. Both hands reach back. Be careful with this, especially if you've got a bad back. Take it nice and easy. And relax. So we've got big circles with the arms. Trust me, it'll make your food taste 10 times as nice. Because you'll be extra hungry. And the other way around. And open, close your chest. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a small fighting stance. Okay, arms up by your face. And we just punch forward. Keep your elbows tucked. Don't flare your elbows. Don't punch people in the face. And punch upwards. And downwards. Okay, show me your scariest face possible. Look me dead in the eye. Good, nice. Alright, I hope you all enjoy breakfast. Thank you for coming. We're doing the same thing next Saturday, inshallah, and the same thing next Sunday. Assalamu alaikum.